All right, guys, we're live. It's another episode. Sorry, guys, we've been going for a while. We're gonna try to do this every week, once a week, every Tuesday or Wednesday. Some days it'll be Wednesdays, other days it'll be Tuesdays. And you guys remember to go to my website, which is markfranks.net. That's markfranks.net. Or go to my magazine site, which is live2conquer.com. That's live2conquer.com. I have three books that you can all view. I have Life as We Know It, Poems for the Soul. I have Tips, Tricks, and Secrets uh, for dating and understanding women, and I have The Anatomy of a Player. You can also go to Amazon and purchase those books. My name is Marquis Franks, and we're going to get started here today. Today, guys, we're going to talk about two subjects, and I'm glad y'all came. I'm glad y'all on here because you guys talk a lot, and I like that. Two subjects today. All right, the first subject is going to be silent frustrations, and then we're going to go into the next subject. Why do nice guys finish last? I know Kevin and Virgil has some experience in the nice guy box, so they can shed somebody on that today. All right, so let's get started here. Now, we may have some viewers, guys, and when you guys are talking, I'm going to be inviting more people. So if somebody asks a question, I'll go ahead and answer on the side, all right? So today, let's get started. I'm going to have the first question for Virgil, and then I'm going to slowly but surely move on to Kevin. All right, so I know you guys heard about the guy in California. He's like the son of the director for Hunger Games. The guy had a BMW. He's the son of the director, so he's loaded with money. Yet he took out. He left a video, a crazy video, say, "Hey, I'm at war with the world, or I'm at war with women." And he took out about 6 women they saw on the road, just shot them dead. And he left a video beforehand saying that no woman wants him. He's getting rejected. This, that, and the third. And I even made a video about this a couple days ago or a week or two ago. And I was saying nowadays it's not really that hard to get a girl if you have money. I mean, the dude, he wasn't a bad-looking guy. He had a BMW. He had money. It's really not that hard to snag a date. And I'm trying to see, and the reason why I call this title "Silent Frustrations" because this dude, for you to go out and kill somebody over your emotions, over rejection, you have had this problem a long time. You have been depressed and having some type of internal battles a long time. I'm just trying to see, guys, what do you feel about silent frustration? How do you feel? Do you feel as though men should hold their emotions in, or should they express their emotions like women? Virgil, I want you to kind of elaborate on that for me, please.
First and foremost, um, I believe we shouldn't be willy-nilly telling everybody like a woman would, because a woman's going to tell everybody, anyone that's willing to listen to their frustrations. But I believe that if you notice that on average a woman's going to live longer, is because we hold stuff in longer, we're crazier. It's shortening our life. I think either we should either maybe have a psychiatrist, have a Christian spiritual leader or something. I mean, of course, if you're not religious, you should have someone that you trust to tell your problems to or something. But I think everyone should talk about it. It's not about making. I think a lot of men are scared that they're going to look bad or something, or ooh, I can't really open up. I don't feel like opening up. But I mean, believe it or not, have you ever just opened up and you feel a little bit better afterwards? You told somebody about your feelings or something, and you feel better afterwards, even if it didn't resolve it. You just felt better by talking about it. I believe we should find that one person to talk to, maybe even like a friend. A lot of people just think that if they talk to someone, there's something wrong with them, or they won't think of them as a man. There's just too much stigmatism in our society to think a man should be a man's man, which I do believe you should be a man in some aspects, but I mean, you still should talk to your problems.
What about you, Kevin? How do you feel about a guy having silent frustration, like he has deep internal issues that he doesn't express? What do you feel about that? Do you feel as though that's okay, or is there an issue with that?
It's an issue to always hold something in. Eventually, it's eating you away. So eventually, in a relationship, if you're holding something in, you're actually pushing that other person away. So as a guy coming out and trying to tell his feelings, it's kind of hard because society, like Virgil said, thinks if a man come out and tell him, if he holding something in, he's strong, he's mighty. But if he come out and tell his problems, he's weak. You you know, as a guy, one of those weak. So a lot of dudes hold their frustrations in. So that's what I feel about it.
Absolutely right. Absolutely right. But another issue here, I'm just going to maximize you guys. I'll tell you I was going to be doing some things here. Another issue here is what was wrong with this guy? The guy had money, and I mentioned that a few times already. He had a BMW. I mentioned that a few times already as well. I did it on purpose. And he was the director. I mean, he was the son of the director of Hunger Games. That's already an advantage right there. All he had to do is go to the women and say, "Hey, my dad is the director of Hunger Games. Hey, look at the car I'm driving. How you doing? My name is this and this. Do you guys want to go out with me sometimes?" So when I'm thinking this guy, I'm thinking he lacked game. Now, a lot of people tell me, no, you don't really don't need game. You just need to go over to talk to women. What do you feel, Virgil? Is that do you feel as though men need game, or they just need to just know how to talk to people in general? Because that's what he lacked. He lacked game in so many different ways.
I believe game is a made up thing, but depends on your age bracket. If you're about 18 to 25, yeah, you might need know how to talk to them. When you're about 26 and up, the women are more mature at that point. They want to find somebody they're compatible with, and that's all you gotta do is just talk to them. But like if you're a young kid, I mean, yeah, they like to play the games. But there's always somewhat of a game, even when you're an adult. But still, yeah, I mean, he may have liked the game, but like say for instance, if my dad was a director, I'm sure I would get plenty of women. And also, you could think he may have been socially awkward too. He may have not known how to grow up around talking to people. I mean, he may have been just a really socially awkward person. Or another thing is, if you're gonna go to the point where you're gonna kill however many people you kill, he may have been some mental issues. There probably was something really wrong with him. That's probably why girls weren't talking to him.
Man, that's a good point. That's a good point. Man, what do you think? What do you feel about that, Kevin?
Well, in his case, you gotta look at everything because one, he wasn't talking to your average girl that me and you would talk to. He was talking to girls that already had what he had. You know, they already had money. So, all right, what can he really offer him besides money? Even if he mentioned his dad name, if he ain't got nothing behind it, then he's already losing. So, um, yeah, I think he was socially awkward probably. But yeah, he wasn't talking to the same girls that the average girl that me and you would try to talk to. He was talking to girls that probably had more than him and more credentials probably. So they probably wasn't. He probably did get rejected a lot.
Great answers, man. Great answers. Another a statement I want to make about this guy. I don't know if he had, and I don't know a lot of dads, especially in Hollywood, they're very busy. I don't know that they took the time to uh, actually teach their sons game and all that. I know I have twins on the way. I know I'm gonna teach them game. I'm gonna teach them how to talk to people because communication skills are better than actually having game. That's kind of what I want to lean towards. If you have very good communication skills, you really don't need pickup lines. You don't need a certain way to talk to people. But if you have good communication skills, if you can carry on a intelligent conversation, then that's all you need. He already has all his benefactors behind him. But yeah, Virgil and Kevin said, I do like it. He could have had some mental issues. He could have been socially awkward. But I believe if he reached out to, I don't know if he did or not, I don't know the whole story, but I believe he reached out to a male role model who's strong in that area, who's successful with women, who's successful at motivating people. I think he would have overcame that. I think if he would have talked to me, and this is not a guarantee, but if the guy would have talked to me a day or two before all this shit happened, excuse my French, but that's what it was. If he would have talked to me a day or two before that, I think I could have rescued him. I think I could have saved him. Because I'm not sure, I didn't read the whole entire arc. I read most of it. I'm not sure if he killed himself or if the cops killed him. But his life is over. His life is all over because of rejection, which brings me to my other statement. What is wrong with men in rejection? Guys, have you ever been to a club and there was this beautiful woman here and you told one of your friends to go get this woman? So he goes to get her and she said no. And she says, I don't know, he does his little game, does his little spill, and she said, no, I don't want you. And then he says, after she says that, he said, well, I didn't want you anyway. Have you ever heard that? Has any of your friends ever did that? If a girl rejects them, they always say, well, I don't want your ass anyway. You don't even look that beautiful.
Oh yeah.
Have y'all
Yeah,
ever heard? Have y'all ever heard of that? I've known a lot of my
yeah,
friends that did that. Like, guys, me, I'm very successful with women, but I've been rejected a lot of times. You know what? After I get rejected, I said, well, you know what? It was nice to meet you. I'll shake the hand or whatever, and then I'll walk away and I go to the next woman. If you want to be successful with women, you have to learn how to handle rejection. That's not only with women, that's what in life, man. You're gonna get rejected a lot in life. Even with jobs, your career, your dreams, all these different ventures that come to you, nobody's just always gonna say yes to you. They're gonna say no. You gotta get rejected. You're gonna get rejected, but you have to know how to stand after rejection. You have to grow thick skin. You have to have elephant skin, and that's how you make it in this world. And and this guy clearly had rejection issues. I think most of it had to do with rejection issues. They said no to him. He didn't like the word no. Maybe it could have been because he was a spoiled little brat, spoiled little rich kid. He didn't like no. And how do you guys? I don't want to hog the mic, but how do you guys feel about rejection in men's day? Virgil, let's start out. How do you feel about men rejected? How do you, no? Let's reset this question. If you get rejected by a woman, how do you feel?
Depends on who I'm talking to.
You've been rejected before, right?
We've all been rejected.
Give me the most recent scenario of you being rejected.
I've been on a
Because
little
you're
hot
dating.
streak lately, so you know.
What is that?
I've been on a little hot streak lately, so I can't really attest to that. No.
Ah, be real now.
Well, we've already had this conversation. My rejection comes after. I usually get their number. I guess I'm usually cool enough. I can talk well enough to get their number. I guess, and maybe I don't close the deal quick enough as far as to like go hang out with them or call them right away or something. I get that little, well, we're gonna hang out tomorrow. Then they disappear that whole next day. Then they may text you like a week later. Oh, I'm sorry, I was busy. Or and then you get somebody to stop texting you forever. You say, hey, what's up? And then you text like 3 times, so I never text you back. Then you text that one text message like, all right, well, I ain't got time for your stupid games. You have a good one. And then that's when they text you back. I usually get that, the disappear text messages or just the disappear phone calls.
And it sounds like a pattern. Do you know why you're getting that pattern? Do you know why it's happening over and over like a never-ending cycle?
I talk to too many girls that aren't on my mental level. I'm talking to younger women, maybe about 22, 23. I'm trying to tell you, talk to about someone 26. They're more 26 and up. They're more, hey, I want you, or let's go on a date. I'll definitely like to go on a date. We want to get to know you. This is what I'm looking for. Da 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 da. I think you need to
Please,
have somebody that's more compatible with you mentally. I'm not
please
saying I'm the
state
most
your
compatible person in the
please state
world.
your age, Virgil. How old are you?
I am 25. I will be 26 next month.
And do you like older women? Because it sounds like you like older women. You say you like mature women.
Because they're more to tell you exactly what they want. There's no game. There's no I can have this person. I can have that person. Someone 26, they already know they know what they can have. So if there's someone at 26 and up, they're talking to you. That means you're already what they're attracted to, and they can see themselves in a relationship with you. This is from my experience. It may be different for others, but from my experience, an older woman knows what they want, and they state what they want, and they don't play the stupid games. If they don't want to talk to you, they're like, I'm sorry, baby, I'm not interested. Or,
So
I'm
you
not
sounds like you have a higher success rate with older women. Is that true?
yeah, very much so.
And I think that's true to certain aspects. A lot of young women play a lot of games. Kevin, as far as rejection, now I do know, Kevin, I do know that you have some temper issues sometimes. You don't like women. You don't. I don't know if you don't like rejection. Let's say that much. All right. So how do you feel? How do you handle rejection?
Well, I mean, I know it's hard for y'all to believe that I have been rejected. You know, I do have a high success rate,
You have a high success
but
rate of
I've been,
rejection.
nah, I've been rejected before. I mean, it ain't the best feeling in the world, but I think dudes think about it too much. You know, you get rejected. Not everybody gonna want you in life. You know, you just gotta get used to that fact. Once you see that and hear rejection, you know, you kind of look down on yourself a little bit. But it's actually like a self. If you self-reflect on yourself and be like, all right, this is what I can do better next time. Maybe get some other chick. You know, just keep learning from rejection. If you keep learning from it, you'll eventually find somebody that'll say yes. But I personally don't like rejection.
And nobody does, man. Nobody does. But that's how you get better. You get better at making mistakes. All right, guys, I'm gonna move on quickly here because last time we was on here for like an hour and 30 minutes. So I'm gonna move on to the next subject, and the next subject is why do nice guys finish last? Guys, we have two viewers, and I just want to put this out here, guys. You can go to my website, which is www.markfranks.net. That's www.markfranks.net. You can also go to my magazine site where I have a bunch of articles there. It's called Live the Number Two Conquer.com. It's called Live the Number Two Conquer.com. You can go to Amazon and type my name in, my whole name, Marquis Franks. And you can get one of these. You can get tips, tricks, and secrets for dating and understanding women. I also have another book on there called The Anatomy of a Player. That's called The Anatomy of a Player. That's for the folks that's just tuning in. I thank you guys for doing the show. All right, so let's get started, guys. Why do nice guys finish last? Why do nice guys finish last? Before I even start talking, I want you guys' opinion. I want y'all definition of why does a nice guy finish last to you? Kevin, go ahead and start it off. Why does a nice guy finish last?
The nice guy finished last because, to I guess, for a woman's point of view, they look at them as uncertain, like they're not aggressive. Most women kind of like an aggressive man to say, "This is what I want," not a guy to be like, "Well, let me consider your." Well, let me rephrase it. Women like for you to consider their feelings, but it seems like a lot of times they go for the ones that are more aggressive. And a nice guy, more likely, is not going to be the most aggressive person that they meet. So that's one reason why they probably finish last. And then sometimes they just look like a pushover. And women, they want a guy that they tell you they may want a guy that they can control, but deep down inside, I really don't think they like that stuff.
Good answer. Very good answer. What about you, Virgin? Why do you think nice guys
Straight from
finish
the
last?
dragon's mouth. I actually had a conversation with a girl in my apartment complex about this yesterday, and she was complaining about how she couldn't find a man. I told her to lower her standards, and then she was like, "Well," I was like, "Maybe you should give nice guys a chance." She was like, "The reason why I don't like nice guys is because, first and foremost, I think they're nice, and I don't think they can protect me. I don't feel safe with them." And then she says she's talked to nice guys, and she said, I was like, "You're gonna try them, right?" And it's like it's in a girl's nature. If you're too nice, she's gonna try you just to see what you will do, just to see if you have that nice and aggressive. I think it's more of an aggressive thing they want, or more of a protection thing. They want to make sure they can be protected, and they just think of a guy that's aggressive and that has knows what he wants is more of a leader and someone that they were more likely to submit to or have children with and get married. I was like, maybe just because the man is nice doesn't always necessarily mean that they're a pushover or they're just nice. And like I said, there's always also the age thing, because if you talk to a woman that's over 30, guarantee you she'll like to have a nice guy.
Well, they're more desperate, right? They get older, the older they get, the more desperate they get. So yeah, I'll take a nice guy. All right, so this is my definition. What's wrong? I think that the whole statement's messed up. The whole phrase, "nice guys finish last." Because what woman doesn't want a nice guy? You think a woman wants a mean guy or a jerk all the time? No, no. I mean, what woman doesn't want a nice guy? Women like nice guys. So there's no problem with being a nice guy. The problem is you can be a nice guy, but the problem is you don't act like a man or you don't have a backbone. All right, it's not. I mean, you can be a nice guy, but when they test you, and I don't care who you are, a woman will test you. Even if you're a badass or a jerk, a woman's gonna test you. So when they come to test you, you better pass that test. If you get what I'm saying. So there's no problem with being. All these people say, "Oh, nice guys finish last," so I can't be nice. I gotta be real rough. Oh no, you don't gotta be real rough. You gotta be a leader for one. You gotta act like a man. You gotta have a life outside the relationship. A lot of nice guys say, a lot of girls say nice guys are boring. No, it's not that they're boring. They may just not be adventurous. You can be a nice guy. You can be adventurous, and that's not boring. So like nice guys get stuck in a little perpetual habit of they just staying at the house and just chilling, and that's not even nice guys. That's some bad boys too. So it's no problem with being nice. You just need to be a leader. You need to be a man. Um, and when they test you, when they're gonna test you, you just need to be assertive, and you need to be a good decision making person. Don't always, when she say, "Hey, baby, let's go to this restaurant. Hey, I want to go here." Don't always go what she want to go with. Sometimes do something for yourself. Say, "Hey, baby, we're going here," and don't ask her. All right, you just gotta learn how to be more of a man, and that's it. So you can be nice. Don't get that statement. And this is and just like it's so funny because we talk about silent frustrations and we talk about why nice guys finish last. It trickles out to every aspect of life. It's not just with women. It's in your career life. Just like I stated earlier, it's in your career life, your dreams and all that, and your goals that you want to achieve. You got to be more assertive, and you got to act like a man. You got to be confident, but be nice. Nobody wants a mean person all the time. Nobody's like, oh, because I'm fighting people and I'm a mean person, and women's gonna love me. No, a woman just loves really the assertiveness and the adventure side of a bad guy or a jerk. They like that adventure side. So you can be a nice guy. You can just be a nice guy who likes to do all kind of things, who's very open-minded and outgoing. And I don't think you'll have an issue. But yeah, that's why I think nice guys finish last, guys. All right, do you guys have any questions for me before I'm gonna go through my book and do a couple little quotes here, and then we're gonna close out. Do you guys have any questions for me here?
Um, I don't know. Do you think that it's do you think it's all right for someone in a relationship to feel content in a relationship? Like, should they always strive for better, or just go out and just be content?
You think you should always strive for better? What do you mean?
You know what I'm just saying? Do you think
Elaborate.
people should strive for better, or should they just be, if they're in a content situation, should they just stay
Well,
content?
well, I think couples in general should grow and mature together. And people change, but you don't want to be so changed that you're grown up and your woman's still immature and still callous and sophomoric. You don't want to be like you want it to be kind of balanced like this. You don't want to be like and sometimes what happens we get new careers, new job opportunities, and we start growing more and the games that we used to play together, we don't play together no more. You're more of a serious person. So you gotta grow together, which means you gotta do more. You gotta do things together. You gotta like a relationship it's like a fire going, man. The fire goes down, so you have to throw logs in there to keep the flames going. And if one person is going up in life and another person is not, then you're gonna have issues. But if you lift that person up with you, you say, "Hey, baby, I'm not going to this level without you. We're going together." Then you can grow together, and then you won't start looking elsewhere. Because what happens, a lot of guys and a lot of women too, especially a lot of women, they outgrow their men. And then they look at other relationships like, oh, he's doing a lot better. Let me see if I can go over him. I need a guy like that because look at my guy over here. And that's what I think. The theme about it is I think couples should mature and grow together. It's just like a business, man. Your business is not going to thrive if you don't put anything in it. Any questions for you, Virgin? Anything that's on your mind? Any situations? That's what we do, man. We talk here, man.
So far, no.
Really, so far, no. You don't have it.
I'm
You're the
sure
one right
in later
now.
installments we'll have some more questions.
What is that?
I'm sure in later installments we'll have some more questions.
You're the one that's dating right now, and you have no questions.
Told you I'm on a hot streak right now, man.
Hey man, remember that hot streak got to come down. Drought
Yeah,
season right around the corner.
nobody stays on fire forever, man. So how you in a hot streak? Explain it to me. Elaborate a little bit. And you said you're on a hot streak. What are you doing right? Because I'm pretty sure our listeners want to know what you're doing right. They want to know what works.
What works? Simple, man. Like I said, well, of course we already know these are older women, so. But
How old? What's the age, man?
the youngest is 29, so.
You want these older women, man.
Like 4, about like 4 years older than, cause I'll be 26 here.
So do you think, man, you're gonna have older women as if is it easier?
Yeah, I don't know. I mean, I have some. I take that back. There actually are some. There was one. She's 22, 23.
Okay.
So I mean, I keep a good mix of them. I mean, nothing too serious, just talking. But everything's going well. I mean, what I'm doing right is I'm just talking to them, call them, text them. I don't text as much. I'll call a little bit. Different forms, little video chat. Try something different.
You guys video chat?
Man, yes. Sometimes they won't talk on the phone, man. Sometimes you want to see what they're doing. Just try it, man. Check. You're the big
Yes,
messiah of keeping things. Try something different. So
I
you
keep, I keep things real simple, guys. Don't ask for no girl's email address and don't ask for no girl's Facebook when you're first dating them. Either you call them on the phone, you talk to them on the phone, or you ask to see them. You ask for them to go on a date with you. I mean, you can talk to them on the phone for a little bit, but don't overdo it because I mean, a lot of guys they overdo it, and then like a week or two they ain't got nothing to say. Yeah, it's like this on the phone. You can hear crickets jumping. That's not you don't have anything to say. So go on a date and don't text them, man, because when people send text messages, it's so emotionless. Man, a girl can be sending you a text message and kissing another dude. Say, hey, what you doing? And kiss. I mean, it's so emotional. So, man, when you first get a girl's number, just talk to her, maybe 10, 15 minutes, get to know her a little bit, and set a date. And then call them on that date. You know what I'm saying? Set a date and then call them on the date. Don't be excessive with it, man. But if the video chats work for you, that it works for you. But you are talking to a lot of older women, so it's a little bit easier with older women because they don't play games because they've been through it. All right, let me go into my book, guys. And my biggest thing was what I had on my mind is a silent frustration, man. I was so ticked off about that, man. Our guys just stay depressed and stay in a perpetual cycle of just negative thinking, man. Negative thinking never leads you to anywhere. It never leads to anywhere positive, man. And my take on that, man, I don't even know if I told you my take. And just like Virgil said, man, pointing to Virgil, he said, man, a lot of men die early, which is factually true. Statistically, it's true. A lot of men die early because they hold a lot of stuff in. And you think that we're the masculine beings. We're supposed to hold stuff in. We're not supposed to express it. But what are we doing now? We're expressing stuff. We're talking, man. I think we should find somebody who we can trust, who don't tell our business. A lot of people out there that tells your business. Find another guy friend. Don't whine to women. I mean, the only woman you should be whining to is your mom. But don't be whining to. Even if you get married, you can tell your wife some things, man. But just don't whine to her all the time, man. They think they take that as weakness, man. So whine to one of your favorite male friends and tell them what's going on in your life. Hey man, she don't ever clean up or something, man. I feel like slapping her sometime. Nah, I'm just playing, guys. But stuff like that, man. You have some deep feelings about that, man. Tell your partner, man. And then when you do that, it's like a release button, man. It's like you hit that release button, and all the pressure goes out. Like an air compressor, you gotta hit that release button. And that's why I feel like that, man. And that's what happened with that guy. And I just think he didn't seek the right help, and I didn't think he talked to the right people. He should have talked to guys that are successful women, not women. I don't know why some guys want to talk to women about women. They want to go to women for advice about how to get women. No, talk to a guy who's successful. A woman's gonna say some shit like, "Yeah, you got to be nice. You got to do this. Got to treat her like she's the world." That shit will leave you with zero women. You know what I'm saying? Talk to a guy who's successful with women. All right, and you don't got to be a jerk either, man. That jerk theory is stupid too, man. Be yourself, be confident, and just have fun. Just have fun. A lot of people forget, man. They put too much in this dating thing and start messing up. All right, one more thing. I want to just go through my book, and then we're going to conclude here. And I'd like to thank you guys. This is the first of many episodes. I'm going to do this once a week. It's probably going to be Tuesday. And we've had a lot of guys on here viewing. They've been on and off. But guys, one more time, you can go to my website, which is www.markfranks.net. That's www.markfranks.net. Check my books out. I have a couple of samples. I have a free ebook I'm giving away. Also, go to Amazon, type my name in, Marquis Franks. That's Marquis Franks, and I have a bunch of books on Amazon as well. Guys, you can also go to my magazine website. Yes, I do. I have a magazine website and a bunch of articles, not just about relationships. It's called live2conquer.com, live2conquer.com. If you like more articles, go ahead and subscribe. Leave your email there on the right side, and I'll be having new articles at least every 2 weeks here. All right, so let me go through one of my book, Tips, Tricks, and Secrets for Dating and Understanding Women. That's Tips, Tricks, and Secrets. This is a good book, guys. This speaks to the mental aspect of getting women. All right, so let's see here. Oh, this is a good one. All right, this is the last one, guys. So we're gonna go in on this, and this is a good one, guys. I know you. At least one of you guys have been through this. You are stuck in the friend zone because you're expressing yourself as nothing but a friend. Why do guys get stuck in the friend zone? Why is there even such a phrase called "I got stuck in the friend zone" and I'm bitter and I'm resentful now? Why is there such a phrase? I want to start with Virgil. This is our last little topic, guys. I'd like to thank everybody for listening. It's gonna be a lot more to come. Thank you, guys. All right. Why do guys get stuck in the friend zone? What is up with that? I'll let you guys answer. Then I'll answer the last point, and then we'll move on to the conclusion. Virgil, you're starting off, man. Why do guys get stuck in a friend zone? Have you ever been stuck in a friend zone? A girl that you like just saw you as a friend.
Yeah, you gotta be a point. I mean, you want to get to know him, but you gotta make sure you get to know him in the right way. So if you just continue to keep talking to him like a friend, like you gotta let it know what your intentions are. Like you gotta without coming out and just say, hey, I'm like you. But sometimes that works for women. You gotta let them know that you're attracted to them instead of just talking to them, just willy-nilly talking to them. Like, hey, let's hang out, let's do this. Stop, don't act like a friend. Make that distinction. Everyone has their different ways. Make the distinction that you are, at the end of the day, you are attracted to this woman, and I don't want to just be your friend.
Have you ever been friend zoned?
Oh yes, we all been friend zoned. So yes, I can contest. I've been friend zoned plenty of times.
What did you do wrong?
Hey, if I knew what I was doing wrong, I wouldn't have been friend zoned. I know not to. I know certain things I don't do now, but back then, it's different for each woman. Another thing is, don't ever. One of my biggest things is if a girl's having an issue with her boyfriend that just broke up, I would try to comfort her and talk about it. Well, you don't need that. You don't need a guy like that. It just sounds stupid. It sounds like that doesn't always work. You think that you would be that rebound guy. A lot of times, that's a surefire way to be put in the friend zone.
Oh, yeah, most definitely.
Another thing is, don't be available. You need to let your, like, say, for instance, if a girl plays, like, remember earlier in the podcast, like, if a girl doesn't want to talk to you, they do that thing. Don't always be available with open arms. Like, if a girl does you wrong, cut her off. Don't let her continue to keep coming back. Let her know that you're available all the time. She calls you at 4 o'clock in the morning, and you answer the phone. Oh, what's wrong? Oh, talk to me. You can tell me anything. She see you as one of the girls.
Yeah, that's definitely a friend move right there. What about you, Kevin? Have you been a friend zone before?
Yeah, I've been in a friend zone before. Believe it or not, I have been there.
Oh, we believe it.
But no, I think people get stuck in the friend zone because of what we talked about earlier, where we're talking about nice guys finishing last and how nice guys are never aggressive. So they kind of skirt around the issue of actually being attracted to the girl. So they never ever actually make it a point to tell them, like, hey, I want to be more than friends. They skirt around the issue because they're scared of that rejection. I know that happened to me. You know, I was kind of scared, hey, what if she don't like me? If she ain't going to like me, then we can't be friends no more because, you know, I mean, you didn't want to lose a friend, so you kind of just took that role as a best friend, and you was never aggressive enough to actually tell her, say, hey, you know what, I see the way how you've been treated before. I want to treat you better. You kind of skirt around the issue, and so when you skirt around the issue, you get stuck in that friend zone, and it's a hard place to get out of.
Hey, man, that was an excellent answer. Excellent answer. I want to make a statement right now, guys. For all the guys who were stuck in a friend zone, or all the guys who are afraid if they like a girl and they share their feelings and the girl rejects them, so what? Move on. Keep the girl. If you like a girl and you explain to her you like her and she rejects you, okay, move on. Don't put all your energy into this girl anymore. It does not mean you can't be friends with her, but you're not going to be good friends with her anymore, because if you're good friends with her, when you see with other guys, you're just going to grow bitter and resentful. You're going to be mad and you're going to be hurt. And you're just going to get your feelings hurt, all right? Keep her as an associate. That means you chill with her every once in a while, but you're not focused on her. Watch when you do that. Watch how the ties change with her. If you tell her, you know what, I like you, I think we should go out, and she say, I'm sorry, I just see you as a friend. That's right. That's a period right there. That means it's over. Unfortunately, it's gonna hurt a little bit. You get over it. All right. Take a day or two to think about it. be her, get over it, go for different women, because you're wasting time over here. Because you really like this girl, but she sees you nothing but a friend. So you're wasting time with her when you could be finding somebody else who will treat you like a king. It doesn't mean that you cannot be friends with her. Doesn't mean that. But now she's an associate, which means you don't dump everything into her. You at the drop of the dime, you don't go with her. When she wants to go shopping, she wants to go to the mall and whatnot, not anymore. Like, no, I'm sorry, I'm a little bit busy. We can probably do this next week. All right. I'm not saying you can't not be friends with her. Be friends. Be friends from afar, and focus on getting other women. Because if you do that, man, you're gonna live in a cycle of bitterness, and you're just gonna be hurt, and then you're gonna be calling somebody and say, "Hey, man, I was just friends on, man. I really like this girl, man. Something wrong, man." You're gonna be like, I see it happen all the time. So don't be afraid of rejection. You got to get used to not. You got to get used to not hesitating. You got to get used to doing stuff just like that. You see a girl, just tell her you like her. If it don't work out, it does not mean you can't be friends, but keep as associates. Sometimes you do stuff with her, sometimes you don't. But you focus more on people that you want, that likes you back, that has a higher interest level in you. And sometimes when you stop focusing on the girl that used to be your friend, she starts getting attracted to you because you're not showing her any attention anymore. It happens all the time. But some guys, they think a girl's pushing them away, they start doing more. They start going more into her. They want to, I need to increase my rate. I need to be nicer to her. I need to do more things. I need to buy her stuff. That's going to leave you on the curb, guys. Quick. Draw back from her. Do different things with your life. And I promise you the tides will turn. If she doesn't come to you, somebody else will. But that's it for today, guys. I thank you. This is the first of many. I'm sorry for the inconsistent shows here, but we're going to be a little bit more consistent. I'd like to thank Kevin Pope, and I'd like to thank Virgil Franks for being on here. Two great guys. Guys, give your hands up. Give yourself a clap, man. Come on, Virgil, clap, man. All right, yeah. But thank you, guys. You guys remember to visit my website. It's markfranks.net. That's www.markfranks.net. Magazine site is live2conquer.com. That's live2conquer.com magazine site. And you guys have a great day, and thank you for tuning in. You guys have any questions? Go to my website. I have an Ask Marquez section. Just ask me a question. Please leave your questions down to one page. Sometimes people ask me, they write 2 or 3 pages. Okay, I don't want to read 2 or 3 pages. You can sum your problem up in a quick synopsis on 1 page or less. All right, guys. Thank you for tuning in. You have a great day. God bless.
All right.